Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab. Mr. Miles. Hey, bud. So we're going to look at your swing here. I've got it looped, and we're going to show it in slow motion for a little bit. Can't remember if you said you've seen this before. You might have, especially playing for the Outlaws. This is one of your better swings that you took. Okay. Let's look at a couple things. I really like your lower half action. You do pretty good. I mean, we're not getting much forward momentum. We're getting a little bit, but not much. We're just kind of picking the foot up and putting it back down. But you'll see that your front leg's straightening and your back leg kind of coming forward. Your back leg's kind of pulling forward. Looks really good. You'll see Cano do something like that, where it looks like he gets a little punch with that back knee. Watch it. It kind of punches forward like that. Good stuff. We're just not getting a lot of forward momentum to make this move much more easy on your body. Let's do it one more time and we'll slow it down. Go frame by frame. Okay, but what is happening is your upper half, and we'll see here in a minute, is really slowing your bat speed down. And like I said, the big part of that is because we're not getting forward momentum. We're not unweighting this bat. And like I told you before, we probably can get you swinging a heavier bat. But right now our upper half isn't letting us do that. So we talked about foundation. Wanted to make sure that you are far enough away from the plate. I think stepping the back foot in, the first step, you were okay with. That was more of a review. We don't need to be crowding the plate. Eventually we're going to get to hitting the ball the opposite way. But want to make sure that you're good there. So remember, putting the bat mid-thigh, the knob mid-thigh, and then the end of the bat on the inside corner of the plate. Make sure we're okay there. And then grip, I think we're okay there. Maybe just a little different, making sure we're putting the handle of the bat at the base of the fingers and where the meat of the hand meet. So putting the handle in there. But everything else looked okay. Now let's take a look at your vision. See how well you keep your nose behind the barrel. Now what we like to do is draw a circle around your head the moment your front heel hits the ground. So we want to make sure that head stays in that circle. Doesn't move forward, up, down, or back. So let's see how we do. Wow, really good. So that vision is good. There's a reason why your consistency is up there. We're just not getting enough power. And I'll show you why. But good head action, even good eyes. We look at your eyes, nose behind barrel. We even keep that nose down for a little bit longer than most of my first time hitters, but I want to see you keep that nose down a little bit longer. We tend to pick it up a little soon. We start to come out here, and then when you finish your swing, you're looking out here. I want to see that nose stay behind the barrel right here, to and through contact. Now, some of the things we're going to talk about here, I don't want you to go start doing on your own. Just do what we did, the correct exercises, which I sent the other day, and work on making sure we got some good depth from the plate. Other than that, the only thing maybe that allow you to do is work on keeping your nose behind the barrel longer. Keeping your, like I said, keeping your nose here through contact. So you're not trying to pick your eyes up to try and see how far the ball's flying. I know you'll have plenty of time to do that as you're rounding the bag, rounding first base, running to second on your way for a stand-up double. But I want you to keep your nose behind the barrel a little longer. That's something that maybe you can do on your own, because that's an easy cue to really execute where I don't really have to watch you. But the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about, I want to make sure that you don't do any of this stuff until we work on this ourselves. So the next meeting, we'll just clean up your vision a little bit, which will be easy, and then we'll move right into footwork. So what I'm seeing is you're moving a little bit forward, just maybe a couple inches with your front foot, but it's really you're just picking your foot up and putting it down. You're not even really getting much movement with your hips, which you'll see some of the big guys in the big leagues, the guys that are like 6'4", or even 6'2", 230, like Mike Trout. Actually, Mike Trout moves forward quite a bit, but Bryce Harper, Albert Pujols, who's not playing right now, got hurt. But some of these big guys, they tend to, even though they maybe just pick their foot up and put it down, you'll see their hips move about 4 to 6 inches forward. And we move a little bit but we don't really get our torso moving. We're kind of subscribing to the old adage of move your front foot forward a little bit and then move your hands back. And we don't want to do that, and I'll explain to you in a minute why. But that's kind of what we're doing here. That what they call it, separation is what they call it. And what you'll see is moving those hands back. That's not a proper load when we're talking human explosive rotational power. What that does is, see what it does to your front arm? Straightens it out. And whenever we straighten out that front arm, we slow down bat speed and impact, force at impact. And it causes that back elbow to rush forward, trying to compensate for a straight arm. And a couple other things that you'll see when you erase all these. Another thing you'll see compensation wise, you'll see your shoulders kind of shrug up right here. So right here, this shoulder's here, this shoulder's here. I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but check it out. See how you shrugged your shoulders up right there? See that? That's a tension relaxation part of the swing, where certain areas need to be tense and certain areas need to be relaxed in this movement. And these muscles, I call shoulders ear poison. Shoulders are ear poison. Anytime those shoulders crunch up into the neck, slows down bat speed big time. So that's where a lot of our power is disappearing. Our lower half's doing an okay job, but then as the power transfers up into our upper torso and into our shoulders, we start to tense up some muscles that tend to slow down your bat, which lessens the amount of force you can put on the ball. And I know you feel like you're probably in the ball decent hard right now, but dude, we can really pop this ball. You're going to catch on pretty quick, and you're going to have a good year this next year. You're going to make coaches, your teammates, your parents, yourself, you're going to make everybody pretty happy. Okay, as long as you can execute what we work on out here. So we're going to be working on your footwork, getting you a little bit more forward momentum, but I do like your your lower half action. Not just your hips, but your lower half. Your lower half part of your torso and your legs. Looks good, we just got to get you a little bit more going forward. And then the other part is we're going to talk about the catapult loading system, which we want to make sure that we get your shoulders on a downward angle, which we don't see here, and we want to get you a proper load. So that's stuff we're going to work on, brother. So keep working hard. Swing looks good. We definitely have some ground to cover, and I will see you next time, brother. If you got any questions, let me know.